Welcome to Inside Outboards with your host, KodiHackers.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Big hello to all you new subscribers. Thanks for joining us up in here. I haven't put up a video in a couple weeks. And the reason for that is I've just been that busy. Things breaking around here and yeah, so my dryer broke, and then before that the freezer broke, and so being that I had to move the washer and dryer and stuff around, and the shop was just getting so unorganized, I lost what is known as my flow. Any of you guys that kind of tinker around like I do and stuff, you'll understand what that means. I just got to where things weren't organized and where they were supposed to be, and I just didn't have any shelf room. And so I said, you know, ever since the freezer died, I've been this area right here. My buddy Charlie built me this beautiful new workbench. I re-added, or he just made this pegboard for me, and I got it all painted up. I put a stainless steel top on the workbench. I can't remember if I told you I put a couple of drawers in the workbench. And then I added a bunch of new shelving over here on the other side, and I've just got to get this place back to where I have flow in here. And then I got the garage door replaced. The wind blew that apart. So, and then I got some new equipment I'll show you and stuff that So I just wanting to get this place organized so I can put up some good outboard videos and so forth. That's what's been going on. And then I've also had some automobile problems and stuff. Still have some, waiting on parts for that, and yada yada. You know how it is. That little thing called life happens. So I've been doing that, but I hopefully will get back to a more regular schedule on outboard videos coming up here as soon as I get this place squared away and I can get back on it. So I just wanted to give you guys an update and let you know what's going on, that kind of thing. And I want to offer my deepest and most sincere prayers to all those on the East Coast and down in Florida, folks up in North Carolina, Florida. I know they're having it rough down there, and so my thoughts and prayers are with you folks down there. Stay strong, and we're thinking about you up here on this little rock. So, but in the meantime, I'm just getting myself a little frustrated about being enclosed in this garage and doing all this shelf building and mounting and organizing and whatever we can do to get this place squared away. My buddy Charlie built me some shelving in here, did a real good job, and I'll be showing you that and some other things. But I'm like, you know, I'm frustrated with it all. I think I'm gonna go down to the harbor and take a walk around and see if any new boats showed up down there. It's coming to the close. The salmon season's pretty much over, and so the fishing's kind of shutting down there, so there should be some cool old boats tied up down there. So I'm gonna go take a walk, get a little fresh air. What do you say? You want to come along with me? Let's go.
Well, we're gonna walk around harbor a little bit, around the harbor, see what we got going. We'll start on this float right here. It's a beautiful boat. Take me out and get me some deer on it. Yeah. Boats walking at me. Yeah, the season's pretty much over. Some of these guys, that's a nice aluminum boat, isn't it? Look how they lap them welds on there. I like that. And he didn't paint it. Well, other than his name, he didn't paint it. Maybe a little bit on his top house, which might not even be aluminum, but it probably is. Oh Boy, that cuts down on the maintenance a lot when you can build them things out of aluminum like that and then not have to deal with the painting and all that. Of course, they painted non-skid on the deck. Aluminum would be a little bit slippery, I do believe. And you got the fiberglassers. And then you got the wood. Nice looking old wood boat. And what's left? The steel. You got the steel boats. And you got the blow boats. And here's an old wood boat. You know, back in the day, some of these guys come up here with these old wood boats. Sorry about that. They came up here and bought these old wood boats on the cheap, which you can still do, but the fish ain't there like they were. But these guys would come up here and pick up one of these old wood boats on the cheap, go out there and hit it just right. One trip, come back $200,000. Yeah. Sure would. There's a sailboat parked out in there. I'm looking forward to going and looking at that one. Looks like a nice one. Yeah. Get an old wood boat like this back in the day and hit it just right, and man, I personally know guys that have done it. I know a buddy of mine come up here. I've known him for years. He's still here. He don't fish anymore. Came up here and got on a crab boat as a crewman when the king crab boom was just getting going. His first trip out, he came back, he said it made $250,000. One trip. Of course, one trip back then was 3 to 4 months. But still, look at this thing here. How do you pronounce that? And that is all she wrote. And that is all she wrote in the bank account. Look at that boat. That one's new around here. I don't recall seeing it here. What the hull's made out of? And that is all she wrote. I'm broke. What that's made of? It's probably steel, maybe aluminum. See if it's got a home port on it. Boy, look at that. I bet that thing's nice inside. I bet it's nice in there. Whatever that means. Well, I don't know. I'll have to get it from the other side unless, let me see, I can stretch this thing out. Might need it. I don't know. I'll turn it sideways just so I can reach further. Don't know. That's it. I bet she's nice in there. fishing right here from this little boat slip. That boat could go all over the world. An old wood boat. Fixing to go out and do some long lining, looks to be. Got the buoys and the markers on the back. Hey, the sun's trying to, what is that thing? Sun's popping out. Cleaning up the gear. Long line reel on the back. This guy right here, he brings me my dungy crabs. Yummy. Three, 6, 9, 12. Can't hide the monies. Can't hide the monies. What kind of speed he gets out of that with this thing. Set up like it is. He hauls the propane and all to the remote areas. I think that's one of the deadliest catch boats right there tied up. The Northern Endurance, I think. I don't watch the show, but I think that's one of them. Got a little list on that one over there. Typical October-ish day. Those guys, they're on the Susan doing their a lot of these boats around here, just because of the nature of the weather and stuff up here, they'll fish in pairs or teams. They'll go out 2 or 3 boats together. That way if one gets in trouble, the other one's not far away. Let's get to the other pier. All right, we're gonna head down to this other pier and see if there's anything out there that's new that I haven't seen before. There's one for sale. If it's aluminum or wood. Aluminum. Painted. Sorry. It's aluminum. He wants $21,000. Comes with downrigger and gear. And an old Johnson 70. Here's a nice squatted up little boat. Be good for going out trolling your kings. Got your downrigger. Nice little fabric cabin. Keep you a little bit out of the weather. I like this boat here. Putting around with 600 horsepower. You've got, in my opinion, plenty of fishing room right here on the back. You got a nice cabin. And then you've got a boom. You've got a crab block and winch. You've got a ramp that drops down if you wanted to go to the beach. Nice overall boat. I like it. I mean, for an island boat, recreational, for hunting, fishing, and that kind of thing. And I mean, you could certainly do commercial with it, but I like it. And here's a pretty straightforward aluminum that they put a little cutty on. And you could beach that one because it's made out of commercial grade aluminum, but not as well as you could this thing. That's a good one. It's a real good one. The Harvest Moon. And then the moon shadow. And then the moonlight. Boy. Is that nice or what? Oops. Wrong way I went. The wrong way I went. Yeah, that's a nice sheer water. A lot with that. Ah, look at that. Look at him. Look at them Zookies on that. Not only do they tilt up, they raise up so he can keep them completely out of the salt water. Got the tandem twin propeller set up on it. Boy, is that nice or what? Don't ask me. Nice aluminum though. Got his gill net in the front, that little skiff. Sunset. Okay. big bayliner there. Big bayliner. But I'm sure they make them bigger. Sailboat I wanted to see. Yeah, look at that. That thing don't draw hardly nothing. I bet she is beautiful when she's under sail and dressed out. It looks to be an aluminum hull. Exploration 45, that's what it says. Garcia Yachts. Wow. Yeah. Travel the world. That's something else. And I realize you people that live in Malibu, Fort Lauderdale, these boats ain't diddly. I get that. Because I've been to those places. I've seen those boats. Yeah. But this is mostly a commercial fishing vessel village, town. Right, Miss Britta? Well, I think I'll do one more pier float, and my back of my head's getting a little cold. Even with my hat, my ears getting a little cold. It's a little nippy out here. Well, that's an odd thing there, ain't it? It's got it set up for jigging. Those are jig machines right there, hooked to the rail. That right there keep one guy busy, keep two guys fairly busy, keep one guy real busy. But I bet that thing just don't ride very well. The North River. I like the way that one's set up. They tilt up completely out of the water. Very nice setup. But I'd rather have this one, because it's got the bow ramp. Go right up to the beach, lower that puppy down right there, drive your ATV off and on or whatever. Nice step through, easy to get on and off, plenty of dry room in there. Looks like he's already found the bottom at least a couple times. Missing chunks out of both of those lower skegs. Dang, it's nice though. Well, I think that's going to do it for the walk around of the Arbor. I didn't get rained on too much. Wasn't too bad. So that's going to be about a wrap on this one till we get back to the old shop. Hope you enjoyed. Hey, Dan. The good stuff, liquid nails. That's just about how that stuff sticks too. All right. The top shelf there with the Delta sander on it, that wasn't there. I tied into my existing shelf over here with some angle brackets and bolts and put this 12-inch shelf right across the top and then buckle it in with those L brackets there on each side. And that gives me another shelf. Then I took these old wine crates that I got out the dumpster, and my friend Charlie cut me some bottoms to fit in there, and I just glued and screwed those in for rigidity. And then I'm going to come about 4 or 5 inches, well, right to the top of the electric panel box there. There's going to be another shelf that comes all the way over here to the edge of the door, roughly. And it'll be tied into the stud on the door's edge. And then I'll be able to get more of this organized. And I put some hanger brackets there for my big wrenches. Some of my big wrenches, but so I could get them out of a drawer. And I've got this brand new welder to go. Sorry about that. Right beside my 1962 Lincoln Ideal Arc. And this is my new Forney welder. That's going to go roughly right there. And then in those crate boxes there, that's where my welding helmets, gloves, a couple of wire brushes and all, that's where they're going to go, right above the welders. So that's what those two are for. So they're not going to be taking a lot of weight. But yeah, that's my new to me Forney welder a buddy of mine was selling. It has the gas, you can see in the back there, and you can see the tank. So he says, I haven't used it yet, but I watched him do his truck frame with it, and it did a real good job. So I was happy to pick that up. So that's what's been going on. And as you can see over on this side, it's still destroyed. But now that I'm getting the shelving and everything, that's where my welder used to be, the Lincoln Ideal Arc, where that toolbox is.
I'm going to do the same thing at the other end of that workbench that's all cluttered. I'm going to put that toolbox, the one right there in front of the garage door. It's going to go at just like that one, up under the shelves like that at the other end of this. My drill press, and other cluttered mess is. And then I've got the pegboard up, painted and all that, and I've got an assortment of hanger clips to put on there. And then I got to get my special artwork and stuff back up. Baby steps. And in between this, my KodiHackers van number 1 decided it needs brake pads. So I ordered new brake pads, rotors and everything. They showed up here. So I got to get that going. But I got plenty of other vehicles. I got my little Toyota Taco Mama Ute. And then I've got my other KodiHackers van number 2 that I put a rear end in. So that's some of the stuff. I'm still putting up things, hanging up things, and getting things back. Oh yeah. And then I'll show you this too. I forgot that. What kind of started all this was the purchasing of my welder. And I wanted to get my welding spot where I could better utilize it. And that's another thing. It's got so much junk repair stuff on it, but I put stainless steel on my workbench that Charlie also built for me. So I could actually weld. I can set up another piece. I've got another piece of stainless. I can sit right on top of that one and ground and weld. And I got my battery charger on the Bastro one because I ain't driving it. And I find if it sits for more than a week, it'll go dead. So I got a trickle charger on there. But this started it. So about 6 months ago, my chest freezer that I was using for a workbench, I walked out in the shop one morning and there was a big puddle of water under it. And I kind of knew what that meant. So that's how my new workbench came about. And then I got the welder and stuff like that, and the dryer decides to poop out. I tried to repair it, but it was a pulley thing. Couldn't find it online, and then lo and behold, on our local marketplace here, this lady was giving away a washer, dryer, and a dishwasher. And I texted her and said, I'll take the dryer if it works. And she texted me back and said, yeah, works just fine. For a birthday present, I got a new washer, dryer, and dishwasher. And got them installed. So these are free. Come get it. So I went and got that dryer, and it does indeed work fine. So that's what kind of started it all. You can see the temperature there. Today's a nice day. Tomorrow it's supposed to be blowing 40 knots here. This is the calm before the storm. It's absolutely beautiful. And we're supposed to get some northern lights tonight. I won't promise, but if I stay up late enough and they, or should I say they start showing early enough, I'll hopefully get some video of it. But we're at about 39 degrees there. Beautiful day. And skies are just as blue as they can be. That's my backyard. On a beautiful full moon night with some clouds hanging right over top of the
of the moon. I thought that's a pretty awesome sight right there. The Pacific Ocean, Kodiak Island, on a beautiful moonlit night. And a beautiful reflection of the moon on the ocean. It's calm and beautiful. You probably can't hear it, but I can hear puffins squawking a little bit. It's low, but I can hear them. I don't think you guys can hear them. And to all, a good night.
Of course, more vids are a-coming on Inside Out.